welcome back to the Mr. Excel netcast. I'm Bill Jelen. Today we have a question from Jonathan in Mission Viejo, California. If you have a question for the netcast, please give us a call, 866-581-0221, or Skype, or even drop us an email, and we'll get to your question on a future podcast. Here's Jonathan's question.
Hi, Bill. This is Jonathan from Mission Viejo, and I have a question on sorting a spreadsheet that we get from a vendor. The question is, I've got a column that says call date. The contents of the cells is a date and a time. Only the date shows up if it's formatted as a date. Only the time shows up if it's formatted as time. But in the formula bar, you can see both the date and the time. What I want to do is strip out the date so that I can sort by the time. So I want to see how many occurrences happen by the hour. And I'm unable to figure out how to get rid of the date in the cell. Thanks a lot for your help.
Okay, great call. So Jonathan sent along an email with a sample of the data set, and sure enough, you can see here in column E they have a call date that's only showing the date, but when you look in the formula bar, you can see that it actually has the date and the time. Okay, now there's two ways to solve this problem, and both of them involve inserting a new column where we're going to get just the time information. So if I insert a column, my first solution is a little bit tricky because it involves a knowledge of how Excel stores dates and times. Dates are stored as the number of days since January 1st, 1900. So to go from Tuesday to Wednesday is basically adding 1. Every day is equal to 1. And times are stored as a decimal portion of the day. So 6 a.m. is stored as 0.25, noon is stored as 0.5, etc. So one way to solve this problem is simply to take the date and time that's in cell E2 and subtract the integer portion of that. I'm going to use the int function, and we will end up with a decimal portion of the day. Now I'm going to have to use format cells to go in and say that this is now a time. Show it as 1:30 p.m. and you'll see that when I copy this formula down, we now have just the time portion, and if I converted this to values, you'd see in the formula bar that we really just have the time. It's not that we've formatted the date and time to just show the time. We really truly just have the time. Let me do that. Control C, ESV, and now in the formula bar you'll see that we have just the times there. Now Jonathan said that he was interested in looking at information by hour, so a much better way to do this might be to use the hour function. If we type equal hour and use E2, we'll have to format cells to go back and show this as a number now instead of a time. I want to show it as an integer, and you'll see that we have that this occurred at the 17th hour, so in other words 5 o'clock. If I copy that down, you'll see that we've now grouped it into 17, 18, 19, 10, 14, and so on. Those are the actual hours within the day, and so that might be a better way to do the analysis because everything is already naturally now grouped by hour. So great call from Jonathan. Two solutions there: to either use the date minus the integer portion of the date, or to use the hour function to convert those dates and times into something that's truly time. If you have a question for the podcast, please give us a call. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another netcast from Mr. Excel.